The site that many call the loudest in the NFL. We are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room?
Hill diving, and he's got it full extension. What a catch.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they look at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
And that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. He'll buy some time. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Noah Gray there to make the grab. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Extra point by Butker is on target. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Butker now to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
2nd down, back to Fournette. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Edwards-Helaire. It was Jamel Dean who came up to make the tackle. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. From the 29, Mahomes. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And the Chiefs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. A second and just about a few inches here.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
And again, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Touchdown! Demarcus Robinson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
The final adjustments taking place here for both of these squads. They're about ready for the second half in Kansas City. And for the call, we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in the second half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Fournette. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful.
There he goes, left side. 30, the 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And what was impressive to me is not just how much he wanted it, but how he fashioned it. I mean, he was shedding tacklers left and right, evading tacklers left and right. And when you think about the energy it takes to ward guys off, that's really impressive. He still managed to keep his balance and turn this into a fantastic run.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, exactly.
And got his man complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. So on 4th down, a big-time completion. The defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The big back Leonard Fournette able to push his way in from a yard out. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go, boys. The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Man open is Robinson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And down inside the 15 he goes. 112 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Mahomes now to throw. The quick slant caught, and in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Butker on for the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. The throw there by Brady, intended for Gronkowski, but incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Brady will try again on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Broken tackle. And good power running, but he's still going to be about a yard short. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And Brady going to be intercepted the 3rd time. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down it. It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Stafford. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. Room to run past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Stafford now to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he is going to have a Rams first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. On first down, Stafford here. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down, Akers. And they'll get him down after a The impressive opening drive continues up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Michelle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. A flag down. Let's see if this will stand. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big play there on the catch and run.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Play action. It's Jackson. Rolling to his right. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run here with Freeman. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They go play action now. Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay from 10 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Powell now to take it out of the end zone.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford eluding the pressure right. He completes it to Beckham. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go play action with Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. And, folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Both teams going back through their game plans, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 27 yards. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Off of play action, here's Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
They'll go again here with Akers. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Stafford. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the Ravens are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Jackson eluding the pressure right.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson can really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got him on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson being chased out left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Play action. Now Jackson out to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll eat some clock with Freeman. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Again, they'll run with Freeman. Freeman a first down and more. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And how about the situation that we're in right now, because this is the 4th quarter. So you know there's some tired legs out there on defense and probably some tired minds as well trying to chase guys around for 4 quarters. But this is where conditioning, athleticism, that separates the good backs from the great backs, and that was an A-plus effort right there.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And a short gain down to about the 33. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Now Jackson. Forced out to his left. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running, and picks it up anyway. And now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Justin Madubuike just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
sight that many call the loudest in the NFL. We are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. From the shotgun, Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson steps away to his left. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete to Penny Hart. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now Wilson on first down. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. To throw again is Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Gerald Everett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. Flushed out right. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-zip.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 24. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths starting to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes.
They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
And he's got room. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Mike 56, Mike 56. 3 buzz, 3 buzz.
Here's Mahomes to throw. It's Hill, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Not the kind of gain that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire
taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Chiefs are a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes will throw for it. Buying time to his left. And he'll get in to tie this game at 8.
Well, it's definitely early enough here. They didn't need to go for 2. They didn't have to go for 2, but hey, they did. We're all tied at 8.
Is this one of those anything you can do, I can match?
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On first down, Wilson. Flush to his right. He'll find Metcalf. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Finding some room at midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward.